Okay, good evening. Tuesday, October 3rd, we're discussing intermediate fasting. Basically, the reason why we picked this subject is just because since I've been with Isogenics, I've really been learning a lot about the nutrition, learning a lot about the science behind it, as well as the consistency of what Isogenics provides and the results. And so that has a lot to do with what people on the day-to-day are looking for, not just in a sense with Isogenics, but in a sense of, I don't feel good, I need more energy, I need to lose weight, I'm aging, that just how you age, she's laughing at me, the brain function, apparently I'm funny.
Brain farts. Same thing, right?
Brain function. So, the one thing with Isogenics that I will definitely compliment is that Isogenics, between everything that I've researched, all the different companies, the diets and so forth, there's a science behind it. It's truly about making sure that we have the right nutrition behind our body. So when it comes to fasting, when it comes to putting nutrition in, what we eat every day, they're really particular about making sure that we have the science to back I'll say our nutrition, our products, and our ingredients. The next thing is the consistency. Isogenics has been around for 15 years and they haven't changed. With that being said, there's a lot of companies out there between, other network marketing companies, diet companies, that they're having to change their formula to keep up with what's going on in the industry, or something happens and they get complaints and they have to change their formulas. So that's what's really nice about the consistency with Isogenics. And then the results. The results truly speak for themselves, between IsoBody challenges and just all the videos and the postings that you see people posting. So that's truly why we really wanted to go into the intermediate fasting, because like for me, when I started, it was about losing weight, and a lot of people want to lose weight. I had a client today who came in, and I won't say what company she's working with, but she's on a 500 calorie meal a day, getting B shots and taking pills, and and how healthy is that? Yeah, you might lose weight in the interim, but in reality, it's going to come back. It might be a short-term fix, but there again, with Isogenics, we're more of a long-term, and we also have a maintenance program, which a lot of these companies don't have a maintenance program. It's about losing the weight and, okay, peace out, go have fun, and then all of a sudden a holiday shows up and there's no consistency and there's no maintenance program, and you end up gaining it back. So with that being said, like I said, with the intermediate fasting, it's about losing weight, it's about improving your energy, it's about also prevention of diseases. Obviously, we can't state we cure any type of diseases, but you put the right nutrition in your body, you're going to get, what you need to stay healthy. So, what I want to touch base on to start is Isogenics started out with very simple formulas, and it was the 9-day products that you buy. And since then, they've added, a 30-day, they've added all the snacks and so forth. But in reality, if you really take a look at the 9-day cleanse, it really truly hits home on the intermediate fasting that a lot of companies are trying to do, that we've been doing for the last 15 years. With the intermediate fasting, you have your cleanse days, and then you also have your shake days. Obviously, you have a couple shake days, 2 cleanse days, a couple shake days, and then, or 5 shake days, and then 2 cleanse days. And what that consists of is your calorie restriction days, and as well as your fasting days. And with the calorie restriction days, when I first started Isogenics, my doctor was like, "Oh, I don't know if I can say yes or no about this program, because you need to at least have 2,000 calories a day." And I'm like, okay. So I went home, and the person that I am, I research everything, started adding all the calories up that are in the shakes and in the bars and in the ionics and then so on and so forth, everything that we have. And I'm like, taking my isogenics during the day and then having my meal at night, I'm definitely at 2,000 calories a day. So that was an objective that I was worried about. And then also you have your cleansing days. And with your cleansing days, it's truly about getting rid of all the toxins in your body. That is what's so important. You can be on the isogenics products and continue to utilize the snacks and the shakes, but for fasting, the 9-day cleanse truly helps you lose. And this is average for a lot of people who've started. If you do the 9-day cleanse, like it says to, from day 1 to the 11th day in reality, you can lose an average of 7 pounds. And that's an average. That's not everybody. So those aren't, those aren't definitive words to numbers. Definitive, correct.
Yeah.
But it's truly about giving your body the right nutrition and cleansing is truly what's going to help you get rid of all the toxins. And that's what intermediate fasting is really about. It's about getting rid of all the toxins that are in your body. Do you have anything you want to share?
Two things. I apologize. I have bad allergies and my eyes are going crazy right now with itching and watering, so I apologize. So to touch on isogenics and a little bit of comparison to the other, I'll say fads out there. Actually, yeah, we'll say that. Like the Atkins, I think a lot of people really do thrive on results. They want to see results. So the beach diet, when that was the biggest rage, it was because people who were actually committed to doing that type of eating lost the weight, people saw the results, and everyone jumped on board. Same thing can be said for the Atkins diet. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, right? Have you heard of it lately? Who ever does Atkins anymore? Not really anybody. Then there's paleo. That's kind of piggyback from the Atkins as far as a cleaner way of eating. But here again, that was a big fad for a hot minute too. I don't really want to say fad because I did the paleo. I did it for over a year, and I swore by it. In fact, I was telling Christina and Stephanie, I'll even tell you, if you guys came at me however long ago I did the paleo and wanted to introduce isogenics to me, I would have been like, yeah, no, because paleo was working for me. In my eyes, with the education that I had on healthy eating, that was the best way to go. And we had talked just tonight at dinner about the lack of portions on the food chain. And the nice thing about isogenics is they have the fruits and the veggies that you can add to your shakes. So you are getting a well-balanced meal per se in the form of a shake. So with isogenics, now it's like paleo, it's a way of living. It's not a diet. It's not a fad. It's not something that you do for the next 6 months and don't do it anymore. It is literally a life change, not a diet.
Right.
So I wanted to touch on that with a little bit of comparison just because we were just talking about that today at dinner.
Right. Well, and kind of what Mary Kay talked about was the choose my plate. The government kind of talks about that too, because if you go to the schools, the kids' schools, they have the picture of the plate, and they have the veggies, they have the fruits, they have the protein, they have the grains, and they have the dairy. And you're like, okay, great. But, a lot of people, when they post on Facebook and they talk about meal prepping, and you're like, okay, great. Meal prepping is a great idea. But most of the time when you see meal prepping, there's chicken and there's broccoli. And you're like, oh, okay, great. There's chicken and broccoli.
Or rice.
Rice
is a filler. There's no nutrient value to it whatsoever, and it expands.
Right. So, and not that that's a bad thing, but
it is a bad thing.
Not that it's a bad thing to have those items, but it's the fact that we're not completing our diet. We're not completing the nutrition. And that's what is different about isogenics. It's not about us dieting. It's about getting the right nutrition. So have your chicken, have your broccoli, have your grains, but also know that in order to keep your weight down, have a healthy body, have a, a healthy heart, get rid of all the toxins in the body fat. You have to truly feed your body what it needs to be able to do that. And that's why with intermediate fasting and the way that our program is set up, it truly allows for you to get all the nutritions that you need. It also gets rid of the toxins. So someone who's meal prepping, you take a look at their, like I said, their pictures on Facebook, and you're like, okay, great. So they're having chicken and broccoli, but what are they doing to cleanse their body? What are they doing to get rid of the toxins 2 days a week? So that's really where we got to look at, what are we putting in our body? Are we eating for a purpose? Are we eating for pleasure? And that's what one thing that I did before isogenics. I ate for pleasure. I love cookies. I love ice cream. But truly now, when I'll confess, the last 2 weeks have been stressful. And since we got back from Subai, between work and just stuff at the house, I have been just down. And I haven't been doing my isogenics, my ritual. My face has been breaking out, and my IBS is crazy, and I don't feel good. And so today I'm like, okay, I'm cleansing. So today I'm like, I don't care what I have to do. And we got some cleansing last night. So I'm like, I'm cleansing. So I've been cleansing, and I feel so much better today. I had energy, and I had my chocolates. And that's the one thing with the 9-day cleanse, you can add the snacks into it, but my suggestion is really to start the 9-day cleanse with exactly what the 9-day cleanse has in it. Add the chocolates in for like your lifesaver when your sugar's going down, because I have to do that because of my sugar levels. And just start with that for the first 9 days. And then the rest of the month, do your shakes. But start with the 9-day cleanse, because once you see the results in those 9 days from the intermediate fasting and from the calorie restriction, you're going to lose that 7 pounds and on an average, and it's going to help you see the results, and it's going to help you stay motivated, and you're going to feel the energy. So really, truly, what it comes down to is having the right nutrition in your body and doing an intermediate fasting and calorie restrictions, and your every other day, if your adjustment, alternate day fasting, if that's what you choose to do. But it's about putting the right nutrition in your body. Absolutely. So with that being said, there's a couple of really great products that we want to share with you, but we're going to allow Jody Moore, one of our awesome, amazing friends and Isogenics family, to kind of discuss her story and really discuss one item that we truly love when it comes to intermittent fasting on your fast days, is the Cleanse for Life, that's truly going to help rid the toxins that your normal meal prepping may not give to you. So go ahead, Jody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Christina and Mary Kay, for having me on tonight. I'm actually 47 years old, and I've struggled with weight my entire life, pretty much since the age of 8, I should say. And, most of my adult life has been spent first 6 months of taking off weight and doing healthy things, and then stopping that and gaining everything back just to start that process over. Only in the last 10 to 15 years, I just kind of wound up each January 1st, I weighed more than the last January 1st. Even though I'm taking off, 20, 30 pounds each year, then I'm putting that back on and more. And, like a lot of people, and like they were just talking about, I tried a lot of different things, pills, potions, different exercise regimens, and simply a heart healthy diet with lots of exercise, which, is great if that's what you like and that's sustainable for you. It just wasn't for me. I didn't like it, so it's not something I continued to do. When I was introduced to isogenics, things kind of changed. And I know a lot of people come into isogenics with kind of feeling skeptical. I didn't at all. When Bryce told me about it, I'm like, okay, this is going to work, and I'm like that with everything, and I give it my 100%. And, oftentimes then I'm disappointed because it didn't work, or it's not something that I enjoyed. But that just simply wasn't the thing with isogenics. literally I started noticing in the first week that I just felt so much better. I had more energy. I slept a little bit better. I woke up feeling better. Just all of those things. And it was like, hey, this is really something. And, you know, it was probably, I think I did my first cleanse day like about day 7 and day 8, somewhere in there. And it wasn't the easiest thing. I wasn't a huge fan of the Cleanse for Life drink. But, you know, it was part of the system, and I do things 100%, so that's what I did. And so I did it. I had a headache, didn't feel the greatest on that day. But then the next day, I like have this energy that I've never had before. And it's like, oh my gosh, where is this coming from? So it's like, it is the cleanse. And another thing with cleanse days, especially in the beginning, you know, our minds, we're used to eating. We don't necessarily need all of the calories that we take in, but we're just really, I was used to eating a lot. I love to eat. So I mean, it's a bit of a mind game, especially in the beginning. But you get used to that, and that gets a lot easier too. Around a month in or so, I just was noticing that I wanted to keep doing something, whereas in the past I didn't, you know, 3 weeks, a month, and it was kind of like, okay, I'm done with this. And I didn't get bored on it. And even just that, you know, anybody who has a lot of weight to lose, you kind of know how this goes. You're not really terribly patient. You want things to work quickly. And when they don't work quickly, you're just kind of done with it and on to the next thing. Well, that's one of the nice things about isogenics is that even if you're not like losing weight super quick, you just feel so much better. You keep doing it. And I actually crave the shakes. And I really like I can't even describe the kind of energy that there is on a cleanse day. It's just so different from anything I've ever experienced. Sometimes I have that on my cleanse day. Other days I don't really get it until the next day. And then I have that for a few days after a cleanse where I just feel so much better. Any bloating I might have had is gone. And again, that energy, which you just have to try it and then you'll see. So let's see, I lost my place. Excuse me. So I'm about a year and 8 months into this. And another thing that I've noticed is that I never get bored, for one thing, and I have a new level of patience when it comes to this weight loss journey. And even though a lifestyle isn't something that, you know, we don't necessarily want to change our lifestyles when we start something. And most of the time we start a diet thinking, just like they were saying earlier, that it's something you're going to do for a while, you're going to get to your goals, and then you're going to stop it because it's a diet. That's not what isogenics is. You may go into it just to try it, but once you really feel the ice of life, it's just something so amazing that I'll always use isogenics. It's one of those things that it is my food now. And isogenics for me, I have twice a day. Of course, my 2 meals that I replace. And I use quite a few of the products. I use all of the meal replacement type things. And the cleansing, which I'm going to get into just a little bit more in a minute about what it is specifically. But even the culture and the different things that are available with isogenics. Like they were saying, this is not just a diet. There is such a whole community and culture around isogenics. And the different things that they offer, IsoBody Challenge, the Healthy Mind and Body, different things, that it just keeps you going. And it does turn into, quite to your surprise, a whole new lifestyle that you never even saw coming and you want to keep doing. So what makes, like, cleanse days, what makes the cleanse day work? Like Christina was talking about, all the toxins that we hold in our fat cells. Our bodies do that as a protection because we can't help but suck in all kinds of bad things. It comes through the air, it comes in our food, it comes in through our skin and different just products that we use, all kinds of things. And our bodies hang on to that stuff in our fat cells so that they're not harming our bodies as much. And it's kind of like a storage unit. But we need to get that gunk out of there. And that's what the nutritional cleansing part is. And intermittent fasting has been around forever, and people have done fasting, and it is good for our bodies. But with a lot of other cleanses and detoxes and that type of thing, it's depleting our bodies of things because we're restricting calories and we're not putting anything in there. Whereas that's why this is called a nutritional cleanse, because it's flooding your body with nutrients, even though you are restricting calories for the day. So again, and it also kind of there's a lot of science behind it, like Christina was saying, but I know one of the things too is just the digestive system gets a little bit of a break on a cleanse day. And the aloe vera that is in the Cleanse for Life is a soothing factor that helps with just the whole digestive process. And then the adaptogens, which I think they talked about a little bit too, which are these awesome little phytonutrients that are found in plants and just help our bodies adapt to the different stresses that we have from all of the gunk toxins that are being stored in there. And one other thing I want to touch on is on a cleanse day, it's really important to get a lot of liquids in, because what we're doing is it's pulling those toxins out of your fat cells and putting them into basically your bloodstream to get them out of your body. So you need to filter that stuff through, and the best way to do that is with lots of liquids, so that our natural filtering processes of the kidneys and liver help get those toxins out of us. And that's part of the reason that we occasionally feel really crappy on a cleanse day, because toxins are doing their things and getting out of us. And that's why you feel so much better the next day. So I think that's about it for me.
Thank you so much, Jody.
Thank you, Jody.
We appreciate
I
that.
love hearing your story.
Yep. So
thanks.
Just to piggyback a little bit, what Jody was saying is that, you can diet and you can try different types of meal prepping, and, just when it comes to nutrition, I get very bored with food. And when you're dieting, that can be an issue. The nice thing with it when it comes to isogenics is that you truly have just unlimited tastes, we'll say, because you have the different products, you have different selections, so you can mix them.
Flavors.
Exactly. And one thing when it comes to intermediate fasting is truly about body confusion. You have to be able to confuse your body. If you're eating the same thing, chicken and broccoli, we'll just say that because I saw someone's picture of meal prepping and it's chicken and broccoli, and I was like, I would not be able to do that. But if you're just eating chicken and broccoli every single day, your body's not going to lose the weight that it needs to, because one, you're not cleansing, and two, you're truly not confusing the body. And when I say confuse the body, it's like, you can have your shake in the morning and then have a lunch meal and then a shake at night, and then shake in the morning, shake in the afternoon, and then a meal at night. So it's truly keeping your body on its tippy toes and not just having the same thing that's really not going to help you with the nutritional value that you need. So, and with isogenics, it's really about, it helps maintain your body composition. It helps with your stress. It helps with your heart, gets rid of the toxins, your blood flow, and your body fat. So it's not just about intermediate fasting. It's about really having a healthy body, a healthy mind, and just being able to go on a daily basis with the energy, losing weight, aging right, and having the brain function. So, we really just wanted to share this. I mean, I could talk about this forever. I have notes galore, but obviously we only have a few minutes left. So I'm so passionate about what Isogenics has. I've done other network marketing companies, and I've never experienced the community, the products, the science behind it. So, we truly just love to share this. So,
real quick too, for those that are watching and that are interested in isogenics for the weight loss, I hear a lot of people talk about weekend warriors is what they call them, those that go to the gym on the weekend and work out for 5 hours at a time, but then eat crappy all week. The idea behind the weight loss is more about portion control of what you put in your body than working out. And that's a huge misconcept for those that are trying to lose weight. It's 80%, if not more, of what you put in your body versus working out at the gym. I know I can 100% stand by that with Christina because Wednesday, she never went to the gym. She never did a jumping jack, a push-up, a sit-up, a nothing. But she did a 9-day cleanse, and she lost inches and she lost pounds. So that
and
right
had my
there,
energy and
right,
felt good. Right.
that right there just proves that it's more about what you put in versus the physical aspect of it. I mean, yes, together, better results, but ideally, you can never work out and still lose weight.
Right, because it's like you said, 80% of what you put in your body, 20% about the exercise. You know, and one other thing I posted last week, just to kind of see where people's minds were. I said, if I could provide you great nutrition, and ability to make money, why would any of you say no? You know, and it was interesting, some of the feedback I got from people. And one was, it's the pyramid scheme. Another one was the chemicals that are in our nutrition and pricing. So, you know, with the pyramid scheme, like I said, I've done a lot of different network marketing, and Isagenix is one of the only companies where you can outperform in your salary from the person who, one, signed you up, or two, the other millionaires that are out there
coming for you, Stephanie.
Right, right. And I said, so pyramid scheme won't allow that whatsoever. And truly, correct, truly, Isagenix is about not only giving you the right nutrition, but also allowing you to be able to make it a nice income if this is truly what your heart desires and you're passionate about helping people.
Right.
When it comes to nutrition, right. When it comes to nutrition, we're science back. So saying that we're science back, everything that we put out there has been through the science lab, has been tested, has been, and it's where it's grown. It's, you don't find that anywhere else. No. So I challenge anybody who says, well, you're putting chemicals in my body, or, you know, that stuff is no good because of the chemicals. I challenge you to message me and tell me what chemicals you're finding in our product, because I highly doubt that, and I can give you the information that you need. In regards to pricing, you know, Mary Kay and I were at Quick Trip, and I've got a couple minutes left, so I'm going to make it fast. We were at Quick Trip, and we saw a truck that said Way Fit or something, and it was an energy drink. Yeah. So real quick, I went online, and I'm like, okay, how much is this? And it was more expensive than our e-shots. And our e-shots give you just that, the energy, and it gives you exactly what this thing was saying it was giving you. But when you read the ingredients on this Fit Way or whatever it was sugar and stuff you don't want in your body that was going to give you the caffeine, but it's going to give you that high and that low. So, you know, when it comes to pricing, there again, whomever had you get on this call, or you're listening to the message and someone who invited you to listen to the video, if it's about cost, touch base with them, because you can start off as little or as big as you want to, but for us, it's really about getting the nutrition in your body. If you have to start off with a 9-day cleanse like I did, you know what? At least you're getting it in your body, and that's what's so important to us. We're here to take care of one person at a time, not to be a salesperson, not to be, you know, a company who's going to push you and pressure you. We care about your health, and we care about what Isagenix can do for you. Yeah. So we appreciate your time, and anything you want to add, you got about 2 minutes.
Go Steelers.
Yes.
Jody, high five.
Hey, they won. They won this week.
4-0, so that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, they're doing good too.
They are.
We have about a minute and 50 seconds. If anybody has any questions, jump on real quick or message us, and we can go over any information. Going once? No. Anyways, reach out to the person who sent you this video or had you jump online to listen to it. So we appreciate everyone's time for sure. Thank you so much.